Hi everybody, the purpose of this video is to show you how Schoology can be your own digital hub. And to do that, I'm going to use the analogy of an airport. So when we fly, typically a lot of people in our school district would fly from the Philadelphia airport. And some of us might go on a destination, say to Florida or maybe to the West Coast, or maybe even out of the country. But we're all starting from the same location. That's how Schoology is going to act for you in your classroom. When your students are using digital items, they're all going to start from the same location. They're always going to go to Schoology. And that is going to make it so that the login process, the accessing of materials, is very smooth and quick and easy for your students. And like I said, sometimes our destinations are going to take us to different locations. So an example could be that we might start in Schoology, but today we're going to take a flight and use Google Docs. Or maybe we're going to take a flight and we're going to use Google Slides. Or perhaps we're going to use Kami. So we'll start at Schoology and then we're going to use Kami. So in this example, I'm going to show you an example of using Kami, and we're going to start in my Sandbox course. And in my Sandbox course, I have pulled down a resource from the Social Studies C&I group. And this is a lesson about maps for our younger students. So I've got my classwork folder. I'm using the district template that's available in our Catlin training modules, which you'll learn more about later. And I'm going to direct my students to go to, we're working on Unit 2. And so I can hit this triangle there to extend it, or I can click the link and it takes me to that direct folder. So in this unit, I would be directing my students to go to Unit 2, Lesson 1, Aerial View and Ground View. This is where I'm going to be putting in all the resources that I want my students to interact with. You'll notice it looks like a playlist. It's got start here, and then it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, A, 4B. So these grayed out items are unpublished. As you can see right here, that means the kids can't see them. And then this was a resource that the kids don't need to actually see because it's put into this assignment. So what does that look like for your students? So let's take a look at a student from Castle Hills. And they're going to come to the airport, which is Schoology. They're going to go to their courses. Then they are going to follow the directions that you give them. You're going to send them into the classwork folder, and then you're going to send them into the Unit 2 folder. And then we're going to be looking at Lesson 1. And you'll notice that the students only see the items that are published. So let's say we've got the students working on their flight. They start here. We do an activity. I can have this up on my smart board. We're going to read a book. We're going to go through a slideshow that I've prepared or that I've pulled down from the C&I group. And now we're ready to take our flight. So the students are given a set of directions, and now they're going to interact digitally with the content that you just taught them, as well as a digital tool. And in this case, it's going to be Kami. So I'm going to go ahead and follow these directions and open with Kami. Because of the tight integration that we've developed in Colonial's digital ecosystem, students are able to quickly and easily launch from Schoology into these other tools. It all works very seamlessly when you use Schoology as your landing point and your app as like your airport. So again, think of this as like an airport. You're going to start with Schoology, and then you're going to send your students to different locations to use different digital tools or digital resources. I hope this analogy is helpful. As we progress through the rest of this module, you're going to see examples of how to use different digital tools such as Google Docs and Google Slides. And I hope that you find this valuable and useful as you begin your career in Colonial. Thank you very much.